So, have you ever found yourself in a situation where you see attractive women around you and you feel frustration or impatience or even anger? You have thoughts like, why can't I get a girl like that? Or, why is she with him? It's common to have these thoughts, and I resolved to teach you with this video how to stop that inner negative thinking process and how to just be around attractive women and see them without having negative feelings. When we view women in public, when we check them out, we're pretty much assessing our attraction to them, trying to determine whether or not we would date them or sleep with them. We physically assess them and we look at the people that they're with, and we ask ourselves things like, why is she hanging out with a guy like that? Why can't she hang out with someone like me? Why wouldn't she approach me? And we can oftentimes create a lot of negative feelings inside of ourselves just by looking at them. Sometimes we even go as far as having a non-existent conversation with the girl. Other times we covet them, we fantasize about them, we imagine what we might do to them sexually, and so we need to focus on releasing those thoughts and just seeing. So a large part of the problem with having these thoughts while checking out women or while being around them is that they can compound your frustration. Typically, the negativity in this scenario comes from sexual frustration. Longing for someone while you look at them can cause you to be impatient. It can cause you actually to blow your chances with that person if you interact with them. When you're impatient, you can act aggressively, you can come off as creepy or weird, or you can even just stare without knowing that you're staring and drive them away. So these are issues that we want to tackle and help create the ability to just be around attractive women without stressing over them. Longing for or coveting someone that you find attractive out on the street or in a restaurant or a Starbucks or something can actually make you have feelings of worthlessness, hopelessness, jealousy, and we want to make sure that we don't manifest these negative feelings inside of ourselves because they often stay and it becomes a cycle. So the best thing to do is to identify when we act like this inside of our own head and to stop. So first off, let's discuss strategies for coping with these feelings. When you see someone attractive, I always say to myself, look, don't long, or at least I used to until I started practicing what I was preaching. Not longing means letting someone be attractive around you, acknowledging your attraction to someone, and then letting it go. You want to breathe out all of your negative thoughts, your covetous thoughts. You don't want to make a pet or a possession or an object out of the person that you're looking at, and you want to be able to just let them continue walking through your day. Don't stare for too long, because they might notice and because you don't want to make a habit out of it. And I think most importantly, don't fantasize. It is best to acknowledge your attraction to someone or say something to yourself like, damn, she's hot. But it is good not to fantasize about some sort of exchange that you might have with the person. And by that I mean a sexual one. Because it only serves to compound your frustration, especially your sexual frustration, which all men carry to some degree, even men who are in relationships. Instead, the strategy that I use and what I tell my friends is look at them the way that you would look at deer. And I don't mean to make women out to be animals, but what I'm saying is acknowledge that there is something beautiful around you and appreciate that you have beautiful things around you. And don't try to make a pet out of them. Don't try to make a possession or an object out of them. Just let them be. Another way to think of it is consider that women are a lot like clouds drifting through your day. You just want to let them drift, look at them, and let them go. Next, you should acknowledge that having attractive women around you is actually a good thing, because each one of them is an individual opportunity for friendship or for a relationship or for just honing your conversational skills. It's good that you have access to these opportunities, and instead of resenting people who are attractive around you, be thankful that they're there, because you might end up with one of them someday. And the next thing is acknowledge that relationships and sex are available to everyone, but they take patience and they take an understanding of how human interaction works and how attraction manifestation works. And lastly, and this is sort of a Buddhist thing, let go of your desire. If you let go of your desire for relationships and sex, from moment to moment throughout your day, you'll be more open to conversation and opportunity to meet these people. You won't be committed to the idea of getting the phone number or getting the girl or having sex or finding a mate. You can just be open to all the possibilities. These strategies took me about 6 years to learn. I realized when I was about 18 years old that I would often feel angry towards really attractive girls that I was seeing around me. I would ask myself things like, well, why can't you get a girl like that? Or I would say things like, why is that girl not interested in you? Why is she with that big dope, the big muscle-bound, tattooed douchebag, right? And then I learned that I need to stop manifesting these non-existent conversations with them and with myself, and I need to stop having these cyclical and negative thoughts that feed back into myself and my opinion of women, because it makes me prejudge them. So these strategies will take a long time for you to learn and to practice, but I think it's good to try to apply them in every scenario that you can, and the most important part is to be aware. Try to be consciously self-aware, and think critically about the way that you feel when you're around them. Notice your feelings. Be observant with the way that they make you feel, because only then can you start working on how you're feeling, changing and using these strategies. So with these new tips, go out, go into a Starbucks, or go to the mall, or to the beach, or wherever you like to spend your time. Be around the attractive women and notice them, but don't follow them with your eyes and don't follow them with your mind too much. Just let them go. Remember, they're like clouds. Practice this, and you should start to find a calmness. You should be able to center yourself a little bit better, and you'll notice that when they approach you, if they do, or if you approach them, or even just basic interactions like holding a door open for them, you'll feel a lot more assertive and more confident. Good luck.